Okay, so here is the exciting conclusion of today's work. Yesterday's homework, we already checked, so that was the last video. This one is very much the same. We're still doing 2-digit by 2-digit. This is just more kind of an application situation where we had a lot more word problems to work with. So we did the odds in class, and for homework, you're supposed to do the evens. So I've circled the odds that we did, and I've circled the evens in hot yellow so that you will know exactly what your homework is supposed to be. So on number 5, it says geoducks and tube worms are two creatures that live a long time. Pam and Sierra use their ages to describe the ages of these sea creatures. Pam says, I'm 13. Geobucks live to be about 12 times my age. Sierra says, I'm 11. Tapeworms live to be about 15 times my age. How many years younger do tube worms live than geoducks? So, like a little science lesson. So, the first chick, Pam, says, I'm 13, and geoducks live to be about 12 times my age. And Sierra says, I'm 11, and tube worms live to be about 15 times my age. So I set them up, and then we just have to compare. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. Put down my 0 because I'm multiplying by my 10s. Cross out my 10s. Cross out my 1s, sorry. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Add them up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. 0 plus 1 is 1. 156. So that's how long the geoducks live. Now, 11 times 15, we have 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. Multiplying by my other 1 in the tens place, I'm going to put down my 0, cross out my ones place, and again, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And add them up. 5 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. Nothing plus 1 is 1. So I got 165. You can barely see it in there. So the tube worms live to be 165 approximately, and the geoducks live to be approximately 156. So the last question says, how many years longer do tube worms live than geoducks? So we took the bigger number, which was 165, and we just moved this over to subtract it. And we said 5 minus 6 I can't do, so I go next door. My 6 becomes a 5. This 5 becomes a 15. 15 minus 6 is 9. 5 minus 5 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So the answer is 009, or just 9. 9 years. Number 7. Sorry, got lost for a second. There are 19 cases of 24 cans of vegetable soup each in the school cafeteria. There are 23 cases of 36 cans of chicken soup also in the cafeteria. How many cans of soup are total in the cafeteria? So 19 cases of 24 cans each. So multiply 4 times 9 is 36. Put down my 6. Carry my 3. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 is 7. Got 76. Put down my 0. Get rid of my 1's place, and everything has to do with it. 2 times 9 is 18. Put down my 8. Carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Add them up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 7 plus 8 is 15. 1 plus 3 is 4. So 456 cans of veggie soup, chicken soup. We have 23 cases with 36 in each case. 6 times 3 is 18. Put down my 8. Carry my 1. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Put down my 0 because I'm multiplying by 10s. Get rid of my 1's, and everything has to do with my 1's. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. Add them up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 9 is 12. Put down my 2. Carry my 1. 1, 2, plus 6 is 8. So all together, to know how many cans of soup they have all together in that kitchen, we have to add those together. So again, I just moved my other number over here. And I said 6 plus 8 was 14. 5 plus 2, 6 plus 8 is 14. Put down my 4, carry my 1, the ever important. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 8 is 12. So 1,284 cans of soup, regardless of what kind it is. So that was the first page. 2 problems with a lot of steps. Next page. Now, this is where Mrs. Long's squishy handwriting and not having enough room became kind of a problem, but I'll talk you through what I did so it doesn't look like I just scribbled all over my paper, because it kind of looks like I scribbled all over my paper. So one day, Sam's Sweats, the name of the store, sold 83 pairs of sweatpants for $29 each, and 75 sweatshirts for $24 each. How much did Sam collect on the two items? Well, first it's 83, this is for sweatpants, $83 times $29 each. So 83 pairs times $29 each. And that's what I did right here. So I said 9 times 3 is 27, put down my 7, carry my 2. 9 times 8 is 72, plus 2 is 74. Put down my 0, cross out my ones place and everything to do with it. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 8 is 16. Add them up. 7 plus 0 is 7, 4 plus 6 is 10. Put down my 0, carry my 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 6 is 14. Put down my 4, carry my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So this problem that I just worked up here where I had enough room to do it, the answer was 2,407. Now, that was for sweatpants. For the sweatshirts, it was right here, sweatshirts, 74 sweatshirts, each one's $24. So I did the math right here. 4 times 5 is 20, put down my 0, carry my 2. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 2 is 30. Put down my 0, cross out my ones place and everything to do with my ones place, multiplied by the tens place. 2 times 5 is 10, put down my 0, carry my 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Boom, boom. Add them up. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 5 is 8. Nothing plus 1 is 1. So $1,800 spent on sweatshirts. So if I add those two money amounts together, 2,407 plus 1,800, 7 plus 0 is 7, 0 plus 0 is 0, 4 plus 8 is 12, put down my 2, carry my 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So I got 4,207 is the total amount spent on that, not spent, but how much Sam's Sweats made that day selling those two items. So number 3 was a little bit better because it just gave us some space to work, and it didn't make us break it down and not have enough room to work it. So a factory got an order for 65 cases of shampoo. There are 15 bottles of shampoo in each case. They have on hand 1,000 bottles of shampoo in stock. Is there enough shampoo in stock to fill the order? If so, how many bottles will be left over? If not, how many more bottles are needed? So first we need to find out how many bottles of shampoo they're going to need to fill this order. They need 65 cases of 15 in each case. 5 times 5 is 25. Put down my 5, carry my 2. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32. Put down my 0, cross out my ones place and everything to do with my ones place. Now I'm going to multiply by my tens place. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. Add them up. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. 3 plus 6 is 9. So they need to have, oh goodness, you know what? If you were in class, you got this wrong. I misread it. So I still did it right, but I answered the question wrong. But anyway, so we got 975 is how many they need to fill that order. So you start with 1,000, which is what they actually have on hand, and you have to subtract 975. So that's correct. I didn't work the problem incorrectly. I just answered the question incorrectly. Sometimes you have to check your work. And nobody caught my mistake. I'm surprised, because they usually catch all of my mistakes. Anyway, so 1,000 minus 975. 0 minus 5 I can't do, so I go next door. He's broke, so I go next door. He's broke, so he has to go next door. This guy's rich, he has 1. He gives it away, goes down to 0, and he gives him 10. That's so nice. But then this guy's borrowing from him, so he gives him 1, leaves him with 9, and gives him 10. but he's borrowing for this guy on the end. So this guy goes from 10 down to 9, and now this guy has 10. The good news is we're set up to subtract all the way across. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 9 is nothing, and nothing minus nothing is nothing. So 25 bottles are left over because I started with 1,000. So the answer is actually yes. I'll have to point this out next time I see everybody. Yes, they do have enough, and they will have 25 bottles left over. Well, the things we do in class. Nobody caught my mistake. Can't believe it. Okay, so it wasn't a big mistake, but nonetheless a mistake. Kids usually like pointing those out. So then our last page, we have 3 problems to do. And again, they didn't give us much room to work them, but you could have done them in your notebooks. If it was me, I probably would have done it in my notebook and just shown my teacher, Mrs. Long, the work I did, if she asked for it. So multi-step. Large postcards come in packages of 20. Small postcards come in packages of 25. A store buys 24 packages of large postcards for $20 each. And 18 packages of small postcards. They come in packages of 25. So 18 packages of 25 small, 24 packages of 20 in the large. Okay, so just multiply. 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Put down my 0. Cross on my ones place. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 480. So we got 480. That's where I was on that problem. And then I did my smalls over here. 18 times 25. 5 times 8 is 40. Put down my 0. Carry my 4. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9. Now multiplying by my tens place. Put down my 0. Get rid of my 1 and everything associated with it. 2 times 8 is 16. Put down my 6. Carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So I got 360. Add them up. Oh, no, I didn't. I added them up then. 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 5 is 9 plus 6 is 15 plus it's 15. Put down my 5, carry my 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Tongue-tied, Miss Long. So there are 450 small envelopes and 480 large envelopes. That much we know. Now we have to decide which statement is true. The store bought a total of 930 postcards. So what I did was I took 480 and I added it over here. So we had 450 small plus 480 large. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 8 is 13. Put down my 3, carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 4 is 9. So 930, 930, it matches. That's true. But what if we are wrong? I'm going to check them all. So the store bought 30 more small than large. This is like that popcorn bucket question that messed Mrs. Long and everybody else up last week. They switched them around because we know if we subtract the big one minus the small one, we got 30, but it's backwards. They bought more large than small. Large than small. So those two words, if you switch them around, that would be true, but it's not. And then we added them together, so we know it was 930. The store bought a total of 932. Nope, it was 930. And the store bought more large postcards than small postcards. We did the math right here. It's only 30, not 68. So it was a case of you kind of really needed just to go through all of them to make sure that you have the right answer marked and read them carefully, as I learned from the birthday girl, Segalia herself, last week. Okay, so multi-step. Jeans cost $39 a pair. T-shirts cost $14 each. How much does it cost to buy 2 pairs of jeans and 3 T-shirts for each of the 6 family members of the Walsh family? So first, I find out how much they spend on jeans per person and how much they spend on T-shirts per person. So jeans are $39 each. Each person in the family gets 2 pairs. 2 times 9 is 18, put down my 8, carry my 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So $78 spent on jeans per person. For the 3 t-shirts, each t-shirt's $14. They're buying 3 per person. 3 times 4 is 12, put down my 2, carry my 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So 42. So that's how much it costs for t-shirts and for jeans for one person. So we needed to add those together. $78 for jeans plus $42 for t-shirts. 8 plus 2 is 10. Put down my 0, carry my 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 4 is 12. So for each person in the family, they're spending $120. $120 per person. But there are 6 members of the family, so you need to multiply that by $6. Multiply that by 6 because there are 6 people, not dollars, in the family. So 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 2 is 12. Put down my 2, carry my 1. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So the family needs to spend, or they will spend, $720 on jeans and t-shirts for their entire family of 6. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 steps we took for that one. They weren't kidding when they said it was multiple. Okay, so now we have another multi-step problem. Oh, and all your homework's multi-stepped on this page too. So on this last page, on this last question on the page, Glenn made 20 trays of 12 muffins each. Lori made 15 trays of 18 muffins each. How many more muffins did Lori make than Glenn? So we know before we even work the problem that Lori made more because it tells us how many more did she make. We just need to figure out how many more. So Glenn, he made 20 trays with 12 on each. So 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. Put down my 0 because I'm multiplying by my tens place. Get rid of my 1s and multiply by 10s, which is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. Add them up. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 2 is 2. So Glenn made 240 muffins. And Lori made 15 times 18. 8 times 5 is 40. Put down my 0, carry my 4. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. That's 120. Then I put down my 0 because I'm multiplying by the tens place. Cross out my ones place and everything to do with my ones place. Multiply my tens place. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Add them up. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 5 is 7. 1 plus 1 is 2. 270. Lori made more, no surprise. It just, the question says how many more muffins did Lori make? So we subtracted 240 from it and we got 30 because 0 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 4 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. So Lori made 30 more muffins than her friend Glenn. So that takes me to the end of Tuesday. This will get me caught up, but now I need to make videos for Wednesday. But those will probably get posted on Wednesday. I hope that'll work out for y'all. But I hope that you guys watch the videos on Wednesday so that you can check your Tuesday homework and that you can check your and do your Wednesday classwork via video. Love you. See you tomorrow via Zoom recording anyway. Bye.